we are creating 2 Sims and we are going to create a house for them. So I made her mean, which is crazy, but she is an animal lover. And then we created the guy, and I just kind of randomized it and add the goofball afterwards. His name is Mateo, and her name is Katrina, and their surname is Farai or Ferrer, however you want to say it. It's in the gallery, or they are in the gallery. I think that they came out so cute. Anyway, I got rid of them and now we are building a house. So this is how to build a house, basically tutorial. And I knew that I wanted to create 2 different parts and then have like almost like a bridge going across, but it ended up being more of just a normal hallway. And because we are in Sulani, we can't do a basement, and I do want to show you how to build a basement as well. So I'm going to create a lot where I have a tree, and then under the tree is the stairs for the basement house. So the whole lot will just be like almost like a park or a garden, and then there'll be like sort of like a hidden ladder, and that's what will take you to your house. Anyway, we are adding the cheats right now because obviously we need to show hidden objects, we need to move objects on, and then I also like to ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. Another one is bb.live edit objects, which adds more to your what is it called? Debug. Anyway, so now we are just adding the different platform or foundation, sorry, and we wanted to have this kind of foundation where you can see underneath the house. Obviously it's an overwater house, so you do want it to be on the water and not built into the ground. So there's a long bridge that takes you to the house from the beach, and we add the same foundation over there, and then we also are going to add a second story. So I wanted it to be a double-story house, but to be open on the side of the ocean, so it's like just huge windows covering the whole wall going all the way up to the 2nd floor, and then the bedrooms on the 2nd floor will be on the side of the beach. So you see me here trying to map out where my floor plan is going to be, and I do fix it up, which I will show you when I'm doing the floor plan part of the video or of the series. After this, the next part we're going to do is the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room, but we might split it up depending on how long each video is, because I don't want you to sit for 5 hours and watch a tutorial. So here we're adding the windows how I want them, and there will be no floor in between those 2 floors. So on the one side we're going to have the living areas, and then on the other side will be more of an entertainment area with a gym and also kind of like a gaming section, not a technical gaming section, but just a gaming section. So yeah, we have a lot that is coming up. Anyway, so as you can see, what I've done so far is I've looked for wallpapers and also finished the windows, and then I also wanted to have a balcony on each floor, both the bedroom floor, the upstairs, and then also the downstairs. I can't take these roofs out too much, but I just take them out slightly, and I really like how this house is coming out. I like the symmetry of it. And then we are putting in some roofs. So with the roofs, I just kept it really simple. Whatever shape the top of my house was, that's basically where I put the roofing. And then over here I'm putting roofing where I don't even have like a room, but that is for the balcony on the upstairs, and I really like how that looks, but I do take it in slightly because I do want a little bit of, sun. I don't want it to be completely covered. Also, the wallpaper that I used was more of a cabin kind of style. It wasn't really like a Sulani wallpaper. I think it's from the Horse Ranch pack, but I just was really going for this log sort of look, and also it does go with the design of Sulani already. So when you are building a house and you're thinking about what style to make it, if you just don't know what style you want to make it, look at the houses around you, because obviously I wouldn't make like a bright pink one because all the houses in Sulani are sort of wood. And then I was looking at the roofing and I wanted this thicker thatch, not the thinner thatch, if that makes sense. So I also used thatch. Here I really did filter to Sulani a lot of times, so do filter as well to the place you're building, and it will be easier for you to find the different things that you can use. So these are also Solani windows, and I wanted it to be more private on this side because obviously this is the beach side, and when people are looking in, they don't see, well, I mean, they do see this. So the only thing that's not private is the door, but I mean, it's a sliding door. So yeah. I also add these little shutter things on either side of the doors, and then on the top I sort of want to mirror what is downstairs, but obviously I'm not putting a door there because there's no floor. So I'm just putting a window or 4 windows to make it look the same. So I really wanted to do that symmetrical thing a lot. I also like this bridge, and here is how the outside looks. I really like the way it looks so far. And then I used this log fence, but then eventually I decided that actually I wanted it to look exactly like the walls. So I used half walls, and I just kind of put it at the height that the fence would have been, and then I matched this railing thing to the floors, and I think that looks really nice. Then over here I wanted to cover up that section, and so I put flowers there, and I think it looks just so amazing. Add some color because everything is brown, and brown is just not that pretty. Like to have it everywhere. And also with the roofing, I usually go for a black color, but that's just a personal preference. If you like a different color, go for it. People aren't here to judge the color of your house, okay, or the color of your roof. I wanted to put rocks under the water, but then I remembered that my Sims are mermaids and it just didn't make practical sense to me. Then I also put this ladder with the, I don't know, the hook for like a boat or something. I also wanted to have a fire pit outside, and trying to figure out the landscaping here was kind of hard for me. I'm not a great landscaper, but I've been getting better, and sometimes I realize that, you know, I do want to do less is more often, but then I end up just doing more, and more just ends up being more. Like it always looks better with more stuff, with more plants and things. So just know you cannot landscape too much, but you can landscape too little. So yeah, keep that in mind when you are landscaping outside. When you put like tons of different plants and things outside, it will always come together really well. You see how it looks kind of better with 2 of those green things under the tree. And then I end up just putting a lot of different Solani plants here, and I kind of do a few of these little garden area things. I really like this red tree. I don't know what it is, pink or whatever, but it looks really cool. I also like the fact that it has this sort of grass growing, like wild grass. I don't really know what it's called. And then yeah, so I just add some more plants, some more flowers, and I really like how it starts to come together when you put more plants. I also don't put it exactly symmetrical because even though the rest of the house is symmetrical, plants never grow symmetrically, if that's a word. And then we put a little fire pit, we put a little umbrella at the eating area, and then I used the Solani stove, which is actually on the ground. I also put a mailbox in, but that mailbox for some reason didn't work, so it actually still was spawning a new mailbox, so I just put the regular basic mailbox in. So this is how it looks on the outside with the scattered chairs around the fire pit, 2 places to sit and relax, then the eating place. Now if you want to take a picture of your or a screenshot of your house, you can just press C, and if you want to look at it like this with no build by items, you can press tab, and then it just kind of makes it full screen and you can move around. WASD is for direction, Q is to go down if I'm not mistaken, and E is to go up, or vice versa.